From the dusty streets of Brazil to the neon-lit arenas of Tokyo, from cricket fields in India to basketball courts in New York, sports have become the world's most powerful language. But how did games that began in small communities become global spectacles connecting billions? This is the story of how sports conquered the world. Sports have existed for thousands of years. In ancient Greece, the Olympic Games honored the gods. In China, martial arts built discipline and strength. Even the Mayans played a deadly ball game symbolizing life and death. But these early forms of sport were local, tied to specific cultures and rituals. There was no global audience, no sponsorships, no broadcast deals, only the pure human drive to compete and entertain. The first real change began with European colonization in the 18th and 19th centuries. When the British Empire spread across the world, it didn't just bring soldiers and traders, it brought cricket, rugby, and football. And slowly, sports began to travel beyond borders. The British had a unique habit, they took their games wherever they went. Football, rugby, and cricket spread through trade routes, military bases, and colonial schools. By the early 1900s, people from Calcutta to Cape Town were playing the same sports as Londoners. What started as a colonial pastime evolved into something greater, a shared culture. Local communities made the games their own, blending Western rules with their local passion. That's how India became a cricket powerhouse, how Brazil turned football into an art form, and how New Zealand's All Blacks became legends in rugby. In 1896, a French visionary named Pierre de Coubertin revived the ancient Olympic Games. His dream? To unite nations through sport, to create competition without war. The modern Olympics began modestly, only 14 countries participated in Athens. But by the mid-20th century, it became the world's largest sporting event, symbolizing unity and pride. The Olympic torch became a global icon. The flags, anthems, and emotional victories reminded the world that competition could also mean connection. Even during political tensions, like the Cold War, the Olympics showed that athletic rivalry could replace armed conflict. No force expanded sports faster than television. In the 1950s and 60s, millions could suddenly watch live matches from their living rooms. When Muhammad Ali fought Joe Frazier, when Pelé scored in the World Cup, or when Nadia Comaneci earned a perfect 10, the world didn't just hear about it, they witnessed it together. Media turned athletes into global celebrities. Advertising followed, with brands like Adidas, Coca-Cola, and Nike investing millions to link themselves to this emotion. And as satellite and internet technology grew, the world became one giant stadium. By the late 20th century, sports became a multi-billion-dollar industry. Television rights, sponsorships, ticket sales, and merchandise transformed games into global business empires. Take football. The English Premier League broadcasts to over 200 countries. The FIFA World Cup attracts billions of viewers. Players like Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar are recognized on every continent. The same globalization touched basketball, tennis, and motorsport. The NBA now has fans in China, Africa, and Europe. Formula One races across 5 continents. Tennis tournaments like Wimbledon and the US Open attract players and fans from over 100 nations. Sports are no longer just games, they are global entertainment industries. A tool of diplomacy, the ping-pong diplomacy between the US and China in the 1970s helped thaw political tensions. Even today, sporting events act as soft power, countries host tournaments to show influence, unity, and modernization. In the 21st century, globalization accelerated through digital media. Fans no longer just watch, they interact. Social media allows anyone to follow their favorite athlete instantly. Clips go viral in seconds. Esports, competitive video gaming, now draws millions of viewers, rivaling traditional sports in popularity. Streaming platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok made every phone a mini sports network. Today, a kid in Pakistan can follow the NBA as closely as a fan in Los Angeles. This is true globalization, not through governments, but through connection. What does the future hold? Sports will continue to unite people, but also evolve. We'll see more diversity, more inclusion, and more technology. Virtual reality training, AI analytics, and global tournaments for both men and women will shape the next generation. And as climate change and social justice enter the conversation, athletes will use their voices to push for positive global change. Sports began as play. Then they became passion. Now, they're the heartbeat of a global culture, crossing languages, borders, and beliefs. No matter who you are or where you come from, when the whistle blows, we all speak the same language. That's the magic of sports. That's the story of globalization.